And start with Lawrence.
A rough night tonight, but you did hit your 1,000-point mark. So can you talk a little bit about what that means to you personally?
It'd been a whole lot better if we got the win with it. I mean, it's really cool to. It's really a blessing and an honor to have my name in that kind of category at a university like this and a program like this. So yeah, I'll be more excited about it, a little down the road. Right now, this hurts a little more, but it's still an honor though, a big honor.
Brett.
What has made Syracuse such a difficult matchup for you guys this season?
Oh, them guys can get hot from behind the line. When you got people like Buddy and Gerard and Griffin that can they take a lot of tough shots and they hit a lot of tough shots. And it just seemed like they were able to do that against us. I don't really know why it was our matchup, but they just, like I said, they just seemed to get hot quick and in a hurry. They was able to hit a lot of shots.
And because this is a zero eligibility year, you have the option to come back if you want. Have you given that any thought? And what kind of plans do you have?
I'm not sure yet. I'm gonna talk to the coaching staff. Well, now I know it's been floating around throughout the year, and it's definitely something I've considered. But that'll, I don't really know. I haven't really thought about it too much. I wanted to put that on after season thought. So we'll see what happens.
Thanks a lot, Braxton. And if this is it, thanks for the last 4 years. We appreciate it.
I appreciate that.
Justin.
Braxton, you were shooting the ball really well in the first half, and it seemed like all things considered, you guys were in a good spot, down just 5 at halftime. What did Coach tell you guys in the locker room, and what do you think led to Syracuse's run at the beginning of the second half?
The biggest message in the locker room was to start the second half like we ended the first half. We kind of started slow. They had more energy and a little more effort than we did to start the game. But the last probably 7-8 minutes of the first half, we picked it up. And, we came back and we had a little run going, had a rhythm. And then the second half, it's like they hit like maybe like 2 straight open shots or something like that. It kind of they were seeing a big basket after that.
And being a senior at the ACC tournament, this could be your last ACC tournament. Could you just describe the emotions walking off the floor?
Yeah, it was I got a lot of emotions going on right now. It's like a mixture of a dream come true, but also like heartache. Of course, I couldn't be any more thankful that I've gotten to play in the ACC tournament for 4 years. But I think anybody in this program will tell you that I'm a competitor, and I want to win first and foremost. So it was hard. It really kind of started sinking in probably the last minute of the game when I was on the court. That's when it really started to hit hard.
Thank you, Braxton.
Appreciate it.
James.
Yeah, Braxton, I think you're NC State's first 4-time All-ACC academic team member. What does that mean to you, and also how close are you to getting your degree?
Actually, tomorrow is my last day of classes, so I have like 2 things I gotta, just finish up and get turned in, and I'll be done completely. So it's pretty crazy to think that I'm about graduated with college. Of course, that's more credit to my mom. Definitely, she's one, pushed me in the classroom the most. She always, she never really cared about the court too much. It was, getting your degree, working hard in the classroom. Always have something to always fall back on. So she gets the most credit for that. Yeah, it's crazy how that time's here now.
And just to follow up on the game, obviously Boeheim got going, but they had 4 other guys hit 2. As a shooter, do you think you get extra aggressive if you see your main guy really get going? Maybe the other guys fed off of that for them?
Yeah, I think they definitely did. A shooter like Buddy Boeheim, he is contagious. And I mean, it can even be contagious for the other team sometimes. I mean, it's just, it's how good of a shooter he is. So definitely, seeing, like him being their main guy, seeing him hit, 2 or 3 shots, and just seeing the energy that he had is definitely going to feed off on him. And I think that's definitely a big part in what, had the big part in their success today.
Thank you.
Eddie,
Braxton, congratulations on what you've achieved in basketball, but certainly for the degree. You guys were here to play a game this week, but across the parking lot from your hotel, there's a mass vaccination site set up. When you get to the Coliseum, there are people coming to see basketball, but there are also people coming to get vaccines. What's your perspective on what that environment has been like this week, kind of given where we were a year ago at this time?
Yes, it's a really different, really different environment. Somebody actually asked me this morning how it felt compared to last year, how I thought, and it was, it still had the same jittery ACC tournament feel, but, without all the fans being here and, the different protocols that you have now that, we're, I know we're a year in, but, you're not necessarily used to them yet. It's been different, all the different checkpoints and the testing, and, you can't really just be out, hanging out with, guys on your team or, guys on the other team or whatnot. You got to stay separated, which is, that takes a little bit away from the experience as well. So it's definitely been a different one and one to remember for years to come.
Thank you.
Andrew Crane,
Hey, Braxton, it looks like Syracuse was able to use a lot of pick and roll to really open up their offense. Is that something you guys were expecting them to rely on a lot coming in, and how did you have to adjust defensively?
Yeah, we at first we were, we weren't switching like we, normally we switch 1 through 4. We were coming in to decide not to switch 1 through 4 and just switch 1 through 3. And then as the game went on, we tried to trickle it in more to get back to switching 1 through 4. Once they were able to find a couple openings that we weren't really too happy about. But yeah, they utilized the ball screens a little. It seemed like a little more and a little better than they did in the first 2 meetings that we had against them.
Thank
you.
Andrew Snedeker,
Braxton, obviously this season doesn't end the way that you guys wanted, but how exciting do you think it is for the future of this program, the way that the freshman guards played down the stretch and the experience that they've gotten this year?
I'm extremely excited for, coach, the coaching staff, the players, the fans. I mean, everybody got to see there's a lot of talent on the team, a lot of young talent. As much playing time that, Cam, Shaq, DB, them 3 especially, got to play this year and got to see what it's really like at this level in this world. It's going to be great for you, for their tenure here. They're extremely talented, players, and not only that, they're smart, and they've accepted the role of learning this year. Coming out of high school, they were the guys, and it don't really matter how good you are. It's just hard to do that at this level. It's hard to just be the guy, coming, especially as a freshman. So it's been really good to see them, understand that there's stuff to learn, that they got to learn, and they got to make sure they take each day to grow as a player. So I'm really excited for them.
all right, that's it. Thank you, Braxton.
Thank you all.